Welcome back to Guelph Fight Wrestle Hut. I am Andrew Sennedra. This is the Panda Puff, Captain Witchfingers, and today we're going to be talking about wrestlers who should be moving on from AEW. Whether it's he might think they deserve to get the boot. I'm just thinking of I have some wrestlers who I think aren't being utilized whatsoever. They've been off TV, off everything for a while, and I think they have tremendous skill and should be in other companies to be utilized, because that's what I think. So right off the bat, I'm going Brian Cage. I think there's been so much talk about how he's just been so sort of, I guess, mistreated to a degree, pushed to the side in AEW, and I definitely think Brian Cage should move on. He's only been able to showcase his skill set from what we know it is in Lucha, like what we saw him in Lucha Underground, only a handful of times in AEW, and I think he should go out to maybe MLW or back to Impact to really showcase who Brian Cage is. I've already seen him out wrestling outside of AEW already, in this time being. So I think Brian Cage should be one of the guys to move on.
Yeah, I can see your thought process, because we never even see him anymore. We don't know where he is, what he's doing, kind of thing. So it's
claiming he's injured.
Yeah, so right now he's under the banner, but he's never actually on TV or anything near AEW. So I can see the splitting parts.
Oh, the next guys, the Hybrid 2, I guess I'll put them together, and Angelico and Jack Evans. These two are ridiculous talent. Yeah, and I think they're both we follow Jack Evans and Angelico from Lucha Underground, even before that a little. Their skill set, what Angelico can do, everyone's just looking at him as a technical wrestler, but he can do high-flying stuff. We saw some of the crazy stuff he's able to do. Jack Evans is a wild man. He's such an innovator, one-of-a-kind type of guy, and he has the technical abilities. They both have a bit of a suave, cocky character, so they're good there. I just think they're just so been underutilized, especially they've hardly been able to showcase how much they can do in AEW. Jack Evans, I think, had a bit of a moment with that when he faced Kenny Omega for the AAA championship way back in the early parts of AEW, but they've all been very limited to what they're been able to showcase in AEW compared to what they can actually do.
Yeah, I agree. I really like them both as well. They have so much talent, kind of thing. But at this point, they're never featured, and
they're only getting squashed.
Yeah, whenever they're in matches, they're just fodder. They just
Jack Evans is losing his hair.
They get the occasional win every now and then, so it's what's the point? It's better to move on.
Yeah, with the crowded roster, why not? Then I got Sonny Kiss. I think he's sort of been, really lost in the shuffle, especially ever since the tag team broke up with Joey Janela. I don't know what is. I think I just saw Sonny Kiss on Dark lose to Aaron Solo, if I'm not mistaken. So, there's a lot of talent there, a lot of unique moves and things that only he can really do because of that athletic, background and stuff like that. So I definitely think someone like Sonny Kiss is going to be lost in the shuffle, sort of like, the tag team partner Joey Janela is in the same boat. So I think both of them should probably move on. And then... well, I'll finish off my list since I got one more, as Luther. As much as I like him and I think Serpentico needs him with Danhausen there, maybe Serpentico could be used in that vein, but I do think Luther's been seen less and less. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to come back and they're going to feature him more or not, or if he's just going to be a fodder on Dark or something like that, but I've seen Luther in DPW. He might be able to do something a little bit more in Deadlock Pro Wrestling, so... It's hard to say. I would like to see him stick around as a tag team with Serpentico. I like Chaos Project, but I think he could do a little bit more elsewhere.
No! They gotta keep Luther. I think he's awesome. His high-pitched screaming, and he's always yelling at the refs. He's always beating up Serpentico. I'm gonna miss him though, but yeah, I can kind of see
that it's going down that path, unfortunately. But maybe things will change. We don't know. Things could change. It's not like he's been off as long as Cage or Angelico or Jack Evans has, right? He's only had a bit of a brief hiatus. So now we're jumping on over to your list. I see you got some good heat on the Varsity Blondes.
yeah. So Varsity Blondes, I can see they might have some potential to go up, but then I don't really care for them. They're some university graduates with some cheerleader. Their persona's just not working out for me. I don't care for them. They can get out.
They have some alright matches and some stuff like that. The only reason why I always told you about keeping him around is sometimes the heels need people to beat, and so you need some, you know.
You can get cheaper fathers, right?
I guess you could.
They're a bit pricey.
There we go. And then we move on to.
So the next one is Frankie Kazarian. I feel like he kind of lost his way and direction without CD kind of thing. Like, it was kind of cool gimmick he had with the Elite Hunter, but he never really went anywhere. He just kind of stagnated, and they got beat up a lot.
And he just beat up like Cutler all the time.
Yeah, that's the only guy that got beat up. They lost to every other Elite guy. So it's like
I definitely felt they missed the mark on that one. I almost thought like as the Elite Hunter with Adam Cole coming in, he could have like been like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass, new boy, or something, and they could have had a bit of a rivalry. But they just sort of let him fade away as the Elite Hunter, and I was like, you guys sort of gave up on that.
Yeah, so the only thing I see him now is like a veteran presence, but like the roster is so stacked, so they got like so many new veterans now, so like I don't know if you need him.
All these damn hoser chuds coming in from the other company, you know, pushing guys down.
Yeah. And then the next one is, I probably might get booed for this. But like,
booed? Who's booing you?
But whatever, like Jay Legal, like I know Mark Henry seems to love this guy, but like we don't really care about him. It's like we deem him as the average wrestler kind of thing. Like he could do some stuff.
I have him better than Bryan Danielson though, CM Punk. I think he. That's a tough one. I agree, but he does. I'd say like in the FTW match that he had with Ricky Starks, he's able to work with a lot of people at least. So I give him that.
Yeah, he's above average, you know.
So, but
the roster is really stacked.
Yeah. So again, he's already lost in the shuffle. He came in. We thought he would have. You know, he got a TNT title shot right off the bat, so you thought Jay Lethal was going to have all this momentum, and now all of a sudden it's like he sporadically appears. You're like, what the hell just happened? You know?
Yeah.
It's all Keith Lee's fault. He's pushing Jay Lethal down.
So next I have is Kip Sabian. Like, I don't know what happened to this guy. I think maybe he died.
Well, he did have an injury, though.
Yeah, I think
shoulder injury.
I think Miro killed him. Like,
maybe killed him for real.
He's 6 feet under. Like, I don't know. But even before that, he didn't really have much of a direction. Like, he was best friends with Miro, and then Miro turned on him, and then...
He sort of had, some ups and downs. Like, he had the thing that was sort of gaining traction with Jimmy Havoc, but then Jimmy Havoc got in that. And so then he went down, then he came back up with Miro, and Miro brought a lot of attention, and that thing did well with best friends for a little bit, but... Yeah, then he had the injury, and he's actually been out longer than Trent, because they were both, I think, injured around the same time. Trent went to have his neck surgery, so Trent's been back. It's almost been a year for Kip, so.
So yeah, the next one, I think most of you probably forgot about him too before he showed up at this recent Dynamite.
I did.
It's Jake Hager. Like, I don't know, like we barely see him. Like, he's in an inner circle, but like he's like never there. So it's like we should go back to MMA, go back to Bellator.
Yeah, it's probably that's the case, right? He's probably mixing up wrestling with training, and who knows, he might be training for a fight that hasn't been announced by Bellator yet. So, but that just like you said is like he's shows up randomly to this mandatory inner circle meeting, and then that's it. He hasn't been around for like, I don't know, since the pay-per-view. Probably it's been a good, I don't know, I want to say 3 months.
And he only showed up because like it was mandatory, but I didn't even think he actually said anything. He just like stood there the whole time. So I was like,
how much did he get paid to stand there, right? So
is he needed?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's what's he even doing there? He's filling up the roster. So those are our thoughts on guys, we should think move on based on, they're just not being utilized and their tremendous talent that should go to Impact, ROH, MLW or something like that. And some guys that this guy seems to dislike, which is, that's fine. Guys we don't think should be there. There's a handful of guys I don't think should have showed up and stuff, but, that's what we think. And if you don't like it, turn around and walk out the door. Good old Pete Steele would say. So until next time, folks, how about you go down in the comments and leave us your negative thoughts.